Hello, welcome. My name is Mary Renee, and I wanted to make this to tell all of my new subscribers thank you. I was not expecting the response I received from my video about the letter, reading the letter I wrote years ago. I was not expecting that, and I do want to thank each and every one of you. And I also want to thank my longtime subscribers who have been with me from the beginning, and knowingly, though I don't post often at all. You don't take that as me ignoring you, because I'm not. I'm living life. I got to work. I got to do things, and most of these videos I do when I feel led. Most definitely have been felt led to say thank you. It was nice to see such a response because coercive control is very real. I do mention some things in my story that I can compare with Micah's story. And that was the one reason because I'm so related to what she had been through. And now her family must go through, as far as the pain and how horrible they must feel, especially with all the accusations that are going around. And I'm glad to see that so many of the content creators I've had to filter through since this started, there were many that were not in it for the right reasons. And I've been able to find some who have, and I'm sticking to them as far as trusting what comes out more about her story and what happened. Because it seems JP is the only one who thinks she did it to herself. And I agree that he's the only one, and those around her knew her best, and no one that knew her thinks she did it. I understand what it means to use religion against someone. I understand what it means to convince someone that they're crazy and they need to be on medication, when in fact, their actions are what caused the person to go into a rage. I have experienced that. They trigger you, and then they turn around and turn it on you. And they tell everyone else it was you. And they make you sound crazy because you reacted to their disloyalty or abuse or any kind of manipulation that these kind of people will do to you. It can be hard to get out, especially if you truly love that person. And I believe that she did love him. And there's a lot to the story we don't know. We don't know what caused her to run to him when she was married to someone. And that doesn't make her a bad person, but I do see him being the one who provoked her and tempted her and taunted her. And he even could have said lies about Jeremy. But he hasn't come forward and made any kind of statement. And I commend him for that. But I also hope that he can one day come forward and come with the truth. Her story is so relatable to so many women and men out there who were manipulated by people who said they loved them. And then when they make a mistake or they can't do the right thing, they torment them or trigger them, know their deepest, darkest secrets, and then they turn them against them. And then they'll tell the town about them, and then they'll make everybody around them think you're crazy because they know just how to trigger you. So I just wanted to say this is, a thank you, and my intention is only for her justice and all those who have been through what she went through, and myself, because I can relate. That's why it touched my heart from the beginning, and I never felt she did it. And also, I wanted to say that I want to have an open platform here. I want to welcome any one of you who may have been through a form of abuse, and maybe you have a story and how you got out of it, or maybe you're still in it, and I will anonymously tell your story. So you're more than welcome to write me at childoffather@yahoo.com. My email is childoffather@yahoo.com. So you're welcome to email me there and tell me your story, and I would share it. And then maybe we can do other things to get Micah's Law federal. It's hard to believe it's not in most laws. And South Carolina is so far behind the times. They don't want the kingdom. They don't want the kingdom of God. They don't want goodness. They want to keep the way it is. And insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. And we all know that there's people in power who do the exact same thing to people who are your jobs. I mean, there's ways that we could fix all of this here in our country alone, even if we started on a state level. And we can fight back. And what they're doing in South Carolina, I hope that this Micah's Law does not get put back in the back room in a box with dust, like a similar law had been for a long time, sitting, getting dust, and no one doing anything about, because she wasn't heard. When she was in desperate need, no one would help her. And that's the sad part. I do see traces of her family helping her and being there. In fact, it seems as though they were the only ones there helping her. I have not seen what others claim to know. I'm not from there. I've never even been to South Carolina. I do know, however, that these people have similar goals and similar desires and similar worldly ambitions. So, and that's where discernment comes in, learning who is and who isn't on Team Jesus. And he said, we know them by their fruits. That's been some ugly, ugly fruit, rotten fruit from JP. I won't be getting on here talking about her as, probably anymore. But I wanted to thank you all and make awareness once again of what women and men do go through with abuse. And offering my ear and my voice to share your story and to be heard. Telling mine isn't easy, and I would love to tell you more, but some things just got to be pulled out, and you can't just, I don't feel led to tell a lot of things, so I don't. What I have told, I feel confident that I've done what I'm supposed to do so far. So I want to thank all you new listeners and give you, an idea what this platform is about. And I have posted poems. A lot of what I do is spontaneous. I would be able to do a regular show on stories of people who have been through abuse and would love to share it here. And I would love to tell that for you anonymously, of course. And then, it could start helping others who are going through it, and how we individually came to know how to heal, forgive, and move on. And the moving on part is the hardest, especially because the memories, moving on from the memories, those scars. Some scars remain because even Jesus had scars after he resurrected and defeated death. Some scars are necessary. Give him all the glory, and may not another victim be destroyed. In Jesus' mighty name. Thank you all. He's coming soon. Are you ready?